is news. Yep, I just have to let you know. I gave up doing a performance art show. The Americans are really working hard on it. We went to Israel and Jerry Spright wrote 4 songs. And he wants me to go over the culture and learn the culture. Doesn't belong. So I think
Gorgeous, gorgeous.
enough said.
Can you Just la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la.
Try it with us.
La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la la ya la la
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Jerry, can I ask you to keep playing that Nigun a little bit underneath? I really liked it. Puts us in the Shabbat space. Let's try it again. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Welcome to everybody here, to those in our virtual community. It's so good to have you back, Cantor
Wonderful being
Rubin.
back.
This time, you're not on a Zoom screen, you're not in the phone booth, but right next to me, and it feels good, right?
It does.
Feels more like Shabbat. We also welcome Jerry, and I forgot the last name, Corman, thank you, who's our accompanist tonight. We take a moment to release this past week, to let it go, and to let the presence of Shabbat seep into our souls. We light the candles to welcome that spirit within.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen, amen. We turn to page 12 as we begin our service. Lechu neranana, come rejoice with us.
Lechu neranana Adonai, Nariah letzur Yisheinu. Lechu neranena l'Adonai, Nariah letzur Yisheinu. Nekadma fana betoda, Bismirot Nariah lo. Lechu neranena l'Adonai, Nariah letzur Yisheinu. וכנפנה בתודה, בזמירות נריע לו. כי אל גדול אדוני, ומלך גדול על כל אלוהים, אשר בידו מקרי הארץ, ותועפות הרים לו. אשר לא הים והוא עשהו, ויבשת ידיו יצרו, כי הוא אלוהינו ואנחנו אמר איתו ידו. הוא אלוהינו ואנחנו אמר איתו וצאן ידו.
יא לי 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 לי, יא לי 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 לי, יא לי 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 לי,
ביי 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 yeah bye 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 שירו לאדוני שירו שיר חדש שירו לאדוני כל הארץ שירו לאדוני שירו שיר חדש שירו לאדוני כל הארץ שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו מסרו מיום ליום ישועתו שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו מסרו מיום ליום ישועתו שירו לאדוני שירו שיר חדש שירו לאדוני כל הארץ שירו לאדוני שירו שיר חדש שירו לאדוני כל הארץ.
We turn to the Psalm Lecha Dodi. We'll be doing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. Please sing with us. Page 20.
La 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 Lecha Dodi Ya la 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 Likrat Kala Ya la 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 Pnei Shabbat Pnei Shabbat Nekabela Shamor B'Zachor V'Dibor Echad Ishmi'anu El HaMiuchad Adonai Echad U'Shemo Echad L'Shem U'Tiferet V'Litehillah Yai Dai Dai Ya la 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 Lecha Dodi Ya la 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 Likrat Kala Ya la 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 Pnei Shabbat Pnei Shabbat Nekabela Likrat Shabbat Lechu v'nelcham Ki himekor haberacha merosh mikedem nesucha sof maaseh v'machshava techila yai dai dai Ya la 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 Lecha Dodi Ya la 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 Likrat Kala Ya la 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 Pnei Shabbat, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri, Kiva orech, kumi ori, uri, shir daberi, kevod Adonai, alayich nigla, yadai, yadalala lecha Adoni, yadalala likra kala, yadalala Pnei Shabbat, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom, ateret bala, gam b'simcha u'salam, toch emunei am segulam, boi chana, yai, ya la 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 lecha Adoni, ya la 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 likra kala, ya la 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 Pnei Shabbat, Pnei Shabbat nekabela, ya la 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 lecha Adoni, ya la 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 likra kala, ya la la Pnei Shabbat, Pnei Shabbat nekabela.
Well, I feel like it's Shabbat now. Take a moment, say Shabbat Shalom to somebody you didn't come with.
Shabbat Shalom. Means more share into. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna get a drink. What's? There we go. My wife always sits way in the back. Oh. I didn't see anything bad. Jerry, we're going to go into Tola. Mies Moshe. Mies Moshe liyom HaShabbat. Tov lehodot Adonai. Uzamer shimcha elyon. Tov lehodot Adonai. Uzamer shimcha elyon. Adonai, Uzameh l'shimcha elyon, lehodol Adonai, Uzameh l'shimcha elyon. Agadlu Masechaya Me'olam Kumashivotech
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Agadlu Masechaya Me'odam Kumashivotech.
Shabbat Shalom. I'll start with a story. The other day, I observed an interview for an entry-level job. The first question for this 22-year-old recent college graduate was as follows. She was asked, quote, "What is your purpose in life? Tell us, what were you put on this earth to do?" Well, purpose of life? What 22-year-old can answer that? What 52-year-old can answer that? Could I answer that? Could you sum up your purpose in an articulate, confidence-inspiring 3-sentence response? The candidate did a pretty good job, by the way, but it got me thinking, what is our purpose? Why are we put on this earth? Hold that thought for a minute, put it to the side, we'll come back. In the Torah portion this week, Isaac and Rebekah are getting older and they haven't been able to have kids. You know the story. So Isaac prays to God for help, and behold, Rebekah becomes pregnant. Torah says, quote, "The children pressed against each other inside of her." Maybe she was experiencing some sort of pregnancy-related pain. And then Rebekah asks this simple, timeless, and profound question. She says, "Im kain, lama ze anochi?" I'll be honest, I don't know exactly what it means, but it's something like, if so, if this is it, why do I exist? Or also, why am I? Or maybe even better, why am I this? Why are you this? Why are we the way we are? If Abraham was the first Jew, I think we can agree Rebekah was the first philosopher. Why are we the way we are? Why do we exist? What is our purpose? It's a good topic for Shabbat, where we are meant to stop doing and start reflecting. We have to be on this earth for more than materialism. Stuff is not our purpose. We have to be on the earth for more than professional advancement. Personal gains are not our purpose. We have to be on this earth for more than introspection only. Looking inward at ourselves cannot be our sole purpose. We have to be here for something greater. But for what? What do you really think is your purpose? Do you have one? Does it have anything to do with being a Jewish person? So Rebekah asks the question, and in the next verse, surprise, surprise, God answers her. God says, 2 people are in your belly, 2 nations shall branch off from each other as they emerge from your womb. 1 people shall prevail over the other, the elder shall serve the younger. Okay, God gives a speedy reply. Rebekah asks the existential question, and God just tells her the answer. It's an enigmatic verse. So, of course, the rabbis discuss it forever. One interpretation they give is that Rebekah was in pain because every time she walked past a synagogue, Jacob tried to run out of the womb. And every time she passed a house of idolatry, Esau tried to run out of the womb. The rabbis were obsessed with competition. Competition between brothers and competition between nations. Jacob was Israel and Esau was Rome in their minds. Jacob was brains and Esau was brawn. Jacob was a pious intellectual. Esau was an idolatrous savage. And so they paint Rebekah's question in that light. Why is she having pains in her pregnancy? Because she has two nations inside of her that are battling each other. But what if we thought about her question more broadly? What if her question was not at all about her physical state, but about her spiritual one? What if Rebekah had the very same question that we do? Why are we even here? As for us, it doesn't really seem to work the way it did for Rebekah. I don't know about you, but most of the time when we ask God what is our purpose, we don't get such a clear response. We tend to be pretty confused about why we're here. We operate at what I think about as a purpose deficit. There's a gap between what we have done and what we want to do. If your purpose is tikkun olam, are you ever really done? If your purpose is self-discovery, are you ever completely finished? We earn moments of contentment, but are we really ever fully content? Pirkei Avot says it is not for us to complete the work, but neither are we free to desist from it. We never really complete it. We never really fulfill our purpose. Let me ask you this. Have you ever been badgered on the subway or in Union Square to shake the lulav? Or maybe given Shabbat candles or a box of matzah when you're walking down the street? I have. Why? It's because many Jews believe that the more Jews that fulfill mitzvot, the better. The closer we are to redemption. That is a purpose. But most of us here in this room, no, we don't view the world that way. The Enlightenment helped us to reform away the halachic framework, the Jewish legal framework, which once was the Jewish purpose. And now we're basically left to our own devices to swim through an existential vacuum of murky morality and a fragile framework for meaning. Even before modernity, maybe even since that fall from Eden, we lost our security of clear purpose, and now it's closed to us forever. We exist in this morally ambiguous moment where what we should do is sometimes unclear, and we don't even know what we want to do anyways. We are better at critiquing purpose than we are at defining it. If you say your purpose is halachic, that it's Jewish law, we critique that system. We reject it. If you say Jews have a collective purpose, to be a light unto the nations and to share moral wisdom, we critique that also. We say that we're being too particularistic, not inclusive or superior. If you say our purpose is the fulfillment of the Zionist idea, we critique that one also. We point out all of Israel's flaws, or we diminish our role in that idea because we're diaspora Jews. We can tear down Jewish purpose, but can we really locate it? Might that idea of Jewish purpose be worth some reflection in these next 24 hours or so? The Midrash Bereshit Rabbah teaches that even those things which you may regard as completely superfluous to the creation of the world, like a flea or a gnat or a fly, even they too are included in God's creation. And the Holy One, blessed be God, carries out the divine purpose through every living thing, even a snake, a scorpion, a gnat, or a frog. Even a flea has a purpose, is basically what they're saying. And so do we. There's a Yiddish proverb that says that each child carries its own blessing into the world. Something I love about how God created the universe is that that proverb is true. There is not one single purpose to life. There are many. Some are collective, some are individual. Each of us has our own specific mission to carry out, an assignment to work on. None of us can be replaced. Your contribution is unique. You're the only one who can offer it. Whatever that contribution is, my prayer for us this Shabbat is that we cultivate it, hone it, and let it flourish. Only then will we get closer to picking up those glass shards of brokenness and reassembling them into redemption. Shabbat Shalom. We turn to page 28 for the Baruch Hu. Please rise.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ed.
Please be seated. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim b'chokhmah poteach she'arim u'vitvuna meshane itim u'machalif et hazmanim u'misader et ha'kochavim b'mishmorotehem barakia kirtzono borei yom v'layla golel or mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or.
U'malvir yom u'mevir layla u'mavdir ben yom u'ben layla Adonai Tzebaot Shemo El Chai V'Kayam Tamid Yimloch Aleinu Le'olam Va'ed Baruch Atah Adonai Hamariv Aravim.
We're on page 32, Ahavat Olam.
Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael Amcha Havta Amcha Havta Torah u'mitzvot Hukim u'mishpatim Otanu limadeta Otanu limadeta Akein Adonai Eloheinu v'sochbeinu Uvkumeinu nasiach v'chukecha V'nismach v'divrei Toratecha Uv'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed Ki hem chayenu ve'orech yameinu uvahem negei yomam v'layla negei yomam v'layla ve'ahavatcha tastir mimenu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai Ohev amo Yisrael Ohev amo Yisrael Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Vahed. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol lemavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu ha'dvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibartam bam b'shivtecha b'beitecha u'v'lechtecha b'derech u'v'shochbecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu l'totavot bein einecha u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem ekol mitzvotai v'tem kedoshim Elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihiot lachem le'Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem emet.
We sing the song of joy, freedom, liberation, Mi Chamocha, page 40.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha neda b'kodesh. Nora tehilot oseh feleh, nora tehilot oseh feleh. Malachutecha uvanecha, וקיים לפני משה, וקיים לפני משה ומרים, זה לי ענו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך, אדוני ימלוך, לעולם ונאמר, כי יפדה אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום והעמידנו שומרנו ושמור צאתנו Eloheinu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, ve'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim, hashivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, ve'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Gesundheit. V'shameru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat לדורותם ברירו ביני ובין בני ישראל עוד לעולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת וינפש וביום השביעי שבת וינפש.
We turn to page 46 for the Amidah. Please rise.
Sorry. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi agite hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah. Ha'el, Hagadol, Hagibor, V'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Koneh HaKol, V'Zocher Hasdei Avot Ve'imahot, U'Mevi Geula Libnei B'neihem, Leman Shemo B'Yahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham v'Ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh hakol, Atah Rav le'Hoshia. Mashiv haruach u'morid hagashem. Mechakel chayim bechesed, Mechayeh hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim ve'rofeh cholim, Umatir asurim, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן נטל החיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך הסלע. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
We pause for a few moments of silent prayer.
עושה שלום, שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו, ועל כל ישראל, ויאמרו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, אמן. עושה שלום, שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו, ועל כל ישראל, ויאמרו אמן. ועל כל ישראל, amen.
We turn our thoughts to those who are in need of recovery, prayers for healing, healing of the body, mind, the spirit. If you're making a Misha Berach for someone today, please share their name now. And we pause for those in our virtual community to also share a name. Misha Berach Avotenu ve'imotenu, Avraham, Yitzhak ve'Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, ve'Leah, Hu Yivarech et HaCholim. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and spirit. And together we say, Amen.
Amen. שבירך אבותינו מקור הברכה לאמותינו. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Amen, amen. We are on page 282 as we turn to our concluding prayers. Alinu, please rise.
Sorry, I got a tickle. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הרצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. אנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים למלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא ביום ההוא
יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Our thoughts turn to those who are with us through the blessings of memory. We observe those who've died this past year or at this time in years gone by. We mourn for the loss of Lee Brosgol, Trudy Kaplan, James Aragona, Bunny Zimmer, Gladys Schuker, Robert Friedman, Bernice Shore, Dan Franceskin, Robert Carr, Jack Milstein, David Schlanger, Mim Berliner, Trudy Owett, Joanne Raskus, Raina Ragonetti, Jean Abrams, Jerry Horwitz, Barnett Berliner, and Dorothea Franceskin. We observe the yahrzeits for Estelle Herskovitz, Helen Messenger, Horace Peck, Phyllis Rovine, and Mark Schneider. Are there additional names at this time? We rise for the words of Kaddish. It's on page 294. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, bi'alma divrach yirtei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kari v'imru,
Amen.
Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lamei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudesha barichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, Tushbechata v'nechemata damiran bialma v'imru. Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'el kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Osei shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'el kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, Amen.
Ose shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru. Amen.
Please be seated as we invite up our co-president, Jill Wilkinson, to the bima for announcements.
Shabbat Shalom. Hope everyone is doing well. Thank you for being here. We have a lot of announcements. But first, I want to thank the rabbi. Thank you, Bruce and Jerry. Thank you so much. It was a beautiful service. We really appreciate it. All right. So the Village Temple Dayenu Circle, which is a Jewish call to climate action, hopes you will join them on November 13th. So that's coming up for a day of action in New York City. There's a walk that's going to be taking place between Times Square and the governor's office here in New York. So do look for information for that in the email blast. Rachel Gluby leads the Social Action Committee. So there's a lot of information in there, and they're doing a lot of great work. And we have Hanukkah coming up, and Hanukkah's going to be here soon. It's early this year. So we have our Hanukkah concert, children's choir concert, coming up on Sunday, November 21st at 2 o'clock. And then we have a Hanukkah service, followed by Vodka and Latkes are back. They really are. So we're very excited about that. December 3rd. So look forward to that. And also, if you're interested, there are tickets available. Liat has gotten a block of tickets for us for the Broadway show Caroline or Change. We got our tickets. I hope you'll join us. The show is on January 6th at 7 p.m. It's a mid-mezzanine level seats. It's about a black woman working as a maid for a Jewish family in 1963 Louisiana. Very much looking forward to that. And there's also a book club discussion coming up on December 9th. The book is More Than I Love My Life by David Grossman. So there's a lot going on. We hope you join us, and I wish you all Shabbat Shalom.
We close our service with words of joy and blessing. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
Ken hi ratzon.
May God bless you and keep you. Ya'er panav elecha v'yichuneka.
Ken hi ratzon.
May God's light shine upon you, and may God be gracious to you. Yisad Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
Ken hi ratzon.
May you feel God's presence within you always, and may you find peace. Sounds like Havana Shira, am I right? Hava, Havana Shira, Shir Hallelujah,
Shir Hallelujah.
Hava, Havana Shira,
Shir Hallelujah, Shir Hallelujah.
Hava, Havana Shira,
Shir Hallelujah, Shir Hallelujah. Hava, Havana Shira, Shir Hallelujah, Shir Hallelujah.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.